Hi everyone. So this is today is 12th January, and so today I'm going to share how much I studied in DSA and other works I did, and also I will share my some of the common mistakes which generally people makes while learning DSA and all, and also I will share you one important tips that you must follow in order to maintain consistency in your learning journey. So today regarding DSA, so just what I did is that today in DSA I revised. Just five notes I was able to revise in DSA, and after that in operating system, two lecture, two in operating system two notes I was able to revise. So only that much I was able to do, and now I'm going to tell you some of the common mistakes which every beginners and most of them makes while learning DSA or any other thing. So first one is like they are watching the playlist very much, like they are watching the lectures only, like binge watching the lectures like a movies and all, and they are not practicing, just simply lying down and watching the videos. So that is not going to have that, you have to stop it very soon. Okay. And the second one is when you are watching the DSA and coding related playlist, and also you have to write the code on paper, you have to test it, you have to dry run it. So if you are like not doing these things, you are not writing code by yourself, then that is also a great mistake. And in future you will be saying that I am able to complete the videos and all, but still not getting confidence. So that's the problem. So you will have to do this. Okay, that's the minimum thing. You have to dry run the codes, you have to take examples, you have to put the values and check the results. So this will help you in understanding and also logic building. So do dry runs of your codes. Okay. Then there is a common mistakes of not revising, like if you started a playlist, then you kept on watching and you are in a hurry to complete the playlist. So that you have to avoid. Okay. So instead of that, suppose if you are following a playlist, then after a week at least try to revise all the previous whatever you have learned in the last weeks. At least try to revise and recap all those things, because revision is very must. If you are just running ahead in order to complete a playlist and all, so in the end you will be like lagging out. You even after completing the playlist also you will suffer a lot, and you will see that you are forgetting so many things. So for that you have to keep on revising. And regarding revision, and I will tell you a very important tips like how I uh, keep myself consistent and all. Okay. And then playlist skipping, like most of the beginners what they do, like uh, first of all they will search some playlist. So there are some of the good teachers who have taught you from the beginning till end, and what they do is that they start a playlist. Okay, that's okay, everyone should start it. But after watching some videos, like in the beginning what happens is that everyone is having the great enthusiasm and the dedication, so that's very much passionate and just they're doing very enthusiastically. But as soon as the days passes by, so what they do is that their consistency drops, their interest drop. And now what, suppose if they see their one of their friends, they told that I'm watching from this teacher, he's teaching very good. So what they will do that, oh that's nice. So what they will do is that they will also just skip that playlist and they again is starting from the basics from the new playlist. So that is not going to help you, friends. And this will create a loop, like you will just keep on starting again and again. So I think many of you will even relate like that. So it's not good that you are starting again and again and again. It's better if you are facing difficulties, you go back to the basics, you revise them, then come back and start from there itself. It's not good like going back to basics again and again. So that's the next point I'm going to say, that what the most of the candidates do is that they back to basics to array. Okay. So they are learning arrays and strings and loops and so many things. They learn, then strings, then a linked list, stacks, queues. As soon as they face some difficulties in recursion and all, so what they do is that either they skip some lectures or stop revising, then their concept become weaker, and then they do not get confident in that. So what they do that they start with fresh with a new playlist and again from the array. So that mistakes you have to avoid. Okay. So this will be creating a loop, and that's not going to end. Okay. So that is not the reason in the playlist, that's not the mistake in the teacher. The mistake you are doing is that you are just try to find out an escape of that. Okay. So that you have to avoid. So these were some mistakes you don't have to do. Okay. And just take any of the programming language, whether it is C++ or Java. These are mostly preferred, so you can do your DSA in any of them in which you feel familiar or which you feel comfortable. I personally do DSA in C++ because I find it very helpful. I do not hate any other language, because every language has there some specialities. Like if you talk about object oriented programming, so Java is the best one. Like Java is purely object oriented programming language. Okay, so even without writing a class you can't do a single hello world. So that's the importance of Java. That's a purely object oriented programming related to real world classes, objects, and all these things. So that's it. Okay, so every language has their specialities, so we don't have to compare language like this is bad or good. Every language has their specialities and they are used in their domains. They are not going to die. Okay, so now I am going to tell you about the consistency. Like if you are watching a lecture, following a playlist, so you have to try to maintain, just watch at least one lecture a day. Okay, so that is the minimum thing if you want to complete a lecture or a playlist. And what is the problem nowadays? Like people are starting so many things once at a time, because in the initial you are having a great dedication, but as time passes you will feel like some of the things you will start in like enthusiasm, but you will live in the way, you will not be able to complete it. So start very few things and try to complete it by the end. Okay, do not leave in between. So for making consistency, like if you're watching the lectures, just try to solve at least, try to watch at least one lecture a day. And regarding revision, I will say that if you are like still completing your playlist, so in a week, once a week, you have to recall everything whatever you have learned. Okay, and if you've completed a playlist, so like suppose 200 lectures notes are there, so if you have to revise, so what many of you do is that instead of revising in a chunk wise, you do like one day you are very enthusiastic and you are going to study 10 notes, you are revising, then second day you are like gayab, completely miss out, then third day गया भाई एकदम खत्म, फिर आफ्टर फ्यू डेज फिर याद आया कि अच्छा डीएसए भी रिवाइज करना है. व्हाट यू डू अगेन, यू गेट एंड you again realize that what mistakes I did. Like one day I revised 10 lectures and again I miss out for 4 or 5 days. Then you are coming again with great enthusiasm and some guilt also. Then again you are doing 5 to 6 lectures. So that is very bad. Even this is the mistakes I made multiple times. So I am telling you that instead of that, what you have to do, just try to revise 3 lectures or 2 lectures. Suppose if you are revising 3 DSA notes one day, so in a month you will be able to revise 90 notes. Can you imagine? Like in a month you will be able to revise 90 notes in 30 days. So within 2 months you will be able to complete your 200 around notes. Okay, so if you are becoming consistent in that thing, that will be very helpful, instead of like hitting a hard on one day and gaya for many days. So that's not going to help you. So this is the problem like I did. So I'm just sharing my experience to you. Okay, and regarding question solving, so there are platforms like lead code is there. So beginners, if you are there, so you start with the lead code. Okay, you don't have to be very smart, so just there are so many easy questions in the beginning. Try to solve 30-40 easy problems to understand the platform and to understand how it works and feel comfortable with the platforms after solving 30 to 40 problems. And once you are comfortable, you can start solving new problems. And for that, suppose if you are following a playlist now, so along with that, suppose you studied the topic doubly linked list, so after just watching that lecture, you need to revise that notes. And after that, because the teachers used to do at least 1 or 2 questions in the lecture notes, so that also you have to revise. Revision don't means like just simply reading the notes. You have to write the code on paper, you have to write it in the VS code and check it with examples. So that is going to help you, like the your muscle power, your like memory muscles. Like if you are writing the code again and again, it will be fed in your mind and you will understand it. Like in the interviews when it is asked, you will be able to write it very fast. Okay, you will be able to explain the different approaches. That's also very important, like its optimization and also. That's it for you guys. Like so I hope that these were the common mistakes I shared, and if you are making those mistakes, try to avoid it. Okay, and yeah, that's it for that. And yeah, and please do subscribe to my channel Aslam Coding for more such videos. Okay, so this is the second video, like just I'm sharing it, and face camera video I mean. And I am revising from the last year itself. So today just I was able to revise 5 notes in DSA and 2 to 3 notes in operating system. So that's it guys, and please do subscribe to my channel Aslam Coding, and you can follow me on my LinkedIn, that is @Aslam Beg. So there also. Thank you guys. Please do subscribe it, and like comment में जरूर करना like what were the problems you are facing it. So in the next videos I will take your problems that you are facing it and I will help you out with the solutions of that. Thank you. Have a nice day.